So let's talk about TemTem and its back and forth with the controversial Pokemon Sword and Shield, and how with the latest Direct now fully revealed and knowing what we know, in at least some aspects, like only minor aspects like the clothes, it kind of just kicked the shit out of TemTem. Sorry if that spoils a bit of the review, but again, that's only minor things like the clothes. And this one's going to have minimal footage, because honestly, most of it we don't need footage for. There'll be a bit of random footage from a couple of people on YouTube, but some of it's just going to be images. Like if we talk about, say, the whole gender thing, we don't need to make a full recording to show this still screen of do you want to be a boy, a girl, or an intermediate. Which, hey, there's a third option, and it's quite funny. This third option sent Twitter into a blaze. They can't, you know, people are hypocrites. Why is there only two genders in games? We want a third gender. Here's third gender. Why is there a third gender in my game? Why is there an in-between? How dare you? You can't make up your mind. But yeah, we don't need full moving pictures to show still images. And most of it is literally gonna be comparisons, because it's inevitable that when you are making a game about going into the professor's house and picking your starting monster from one of three elements, and then going out into the wild and finding monsters in the wild and capturing them to collect them all. And also there are 8 gyms, or 8 quote-unquote dojos, which are totally different from gyms. It's obvious what it is. The comparisons are going to be drawn. And that's really all we're going to do, is comparisons. So I will show an image of Pokemon's PP system for the battles, and then a slight bit of footage for the stamina system in TemTem. Then we compare the two. We don't need any footage. We are comparing the PP to the stamina, and there doesn't need to be any footage during the comparison, because it's going to be like a back and forth. So it's going to be mostly comparisons, and I'm not going to say which one is better than the other until we get to key pieces. So with that said, here we go. So Pokemon has been unrivaled in its own personal space for a very, very long time. Now, in terms of mainstream media, there have been lots and lots of Pokemon knockoffs, most having only a single season or two, 1 or 2 games, before falling into obscurity and ruin. And P.S. get ready for your childhood to be ruined, kind of. Like Monster Ranchers, where we had 1 season, you get the little stones, and you get your very own, not Pokemon, and you go battle the evil team with the evil Monster Ranchers, or Telefang. You know, you don't call them up, or you don't capture them, you call them up, and you go through a world and fight the bad team. Or Flint the Time Detective. I'll come back to that one, because some had a few good ideas, like Flint. I saw that one as a kid. I watched Flint. Problem with Flint the Time Detective was it made you want to join the bad team, because the bad time monsters were better. Like, would you rather have, and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to like use the wiki. We're going to cut over to the footage, but I'm going to have to use the wiki on the Wayback Machine, because 90% of the images are like 22 years old, and they've just been lost to time. So, you know, would you rather have, cut to the footage. So yeah, welcome to the Wayback Machine. Nearly 20 years, actually, it's 1998. 22 years into the past. So, you know, we're on the wiki, because these images, they don't get any bigger than this. But as I was saying, the point is that you want to join the bad guys, because do you want a motherfucking dragon or this bird person? A motherfucking dragon or a bird person? You're gonna take the bird person. I don't actually remember any of these, so I'm just gonna flick through them and we'll just pick a few. Do you want a demon fox or a fox man? A demon fox or a fox man? Can I remember from my childhood who any of these are? Who's this? I don't know what that elephant is. I don't actually remember the names. Who are you? That'll do. Do you want Death itself as a horse that she is riding? Do you want Death itself? Or a wizard? Death itself, the literal fucking Grim Reaper, or a wizard? You probably want the fucking Death itself, because you know he's Death himself. He can cast Death. He can just be like, you die because you cast Death. Monshu, that's just a squirrel. That's just the fucking this thing, the squirrel from Pokemon. That's a Moorhead, I know that. Who are you? Who are you? You're just some shit. Unit. That's a horse. That's a horse. Is it you? It's you. Do you want Godzilla? Look at this. Look at this. I can't even click it because we're on the way back machine. Do you want motherfucking Godzilla or a Ninja Turtle? Just normal. I am good man. I am good. I fight with honor. I am Ninja Turtle, Little Turtle Man, or fucking Godzilla. If you pick Godzilla, you're an evil piece of shit. How dare you pick Godzilla over the Turtle Man? Clearly, your heart is evil and you have ill intent. Well, shit. Guess I'm gonna go kick a puppy. Sign me up because, you know, I kind of want Godzilla over a crappy Turtle Man because it's Godzilla. Leafy, is that the Hydra? Yeah, the Hydra. Like, can we please make this one bigger? Do you want a little flower fairy piece of shit or a grass Hydra? Little fairy girl or grass Hydra? You're gonna want the Hydra. Who wants this shit? You're gonna want the bad transformation. You're a bad person. You're gonna want the Hydra. Where's the, like, big one, though? Like, there was a real big one. You? No, not you. I'm not gonna go through all these if I can't find it. I'm just gonna, like, click through a few of them. Yeah, you. Again, there's more dragons, but do you want Shenron? Big green dragon, clouds swirling round him, Shenron's red eyes, the wooden horns. Do you want Shenron? Or do you want this Kung Fu Dragon man, Goku? Do you want Shenron, the wish-keeping dragon, or Goku? Shenron, infinite power, wish your ass dead. This guy. Who? If you pick Shenron, you're a bastard. How dare you pick Shenron? How dare you have evil intent? You clearly just want to wish for world domination. You Frieza fanboys. How could you want Shenron over this? So yeah, that was the issue with Flint the Time Detective. That, hey, you know, you could have some fairy piece of shit, or you could have, like, Death itself with a giant scythe. Yeah, do you want Cell, or do you want Death itself? You're gonna pick Death itself. So that was the problem. Where's the dragon one? That was the problem with this show, because you wanted to join the bad guy, so they cancelled it after a single season, because everybody was like, bird person, dragon. Bird person, dragon. I think I want the giant golden dragon, please. And they were like, okay, well, we have made the bad guys too appealing. Shut it down. We're gonna cancel it. It's only gonna get 30 episodes. Boom, it's gone. What about games, sir? No, we gotta shut it down because people will join the bad team. So, that's why that failed, because you wanted to pick the bad guys' Pokemon, because the bad guys' Pokemon Time Monsters were better. But some going on to forge their own legacy, like Digimon, that took things in a different way. The Digimon are made from computer programs, and the digital world is inside a computer? Parallel dimension? Never really explained it in the first season. And by altering the lines of code in the Digimon, you can evolve them, or de-evolve them. So, Vmon can go into the bigger X-Vmon, but unlike Pokemon, he can go back. And Bandai, like Nintendo, had a good art team with designs that did rival Pokemon, with the aforementioned Vmon himself becoming one of the main mascots because he was one of the OGs from the original 2 seasons, and like Pikachu, is one of the most recognised, and he's small. That means a hell of a lot of plushies to get sold, plushies galore. And then there are of course all of the other more famous ones, like the adorable Guilmon that became a favourite for his childlike wonder, Greymon, the classic, and Ranamon, because everybody loves a southern country girl, and everybody wants to fuck the fish. Maybe even Toby Fox. After all, she's a sexualized, anthropomorphic fish girl, and in the story, she is the legendary warrior of water, so she's really strong. Strong anthropomorphic fish girl that is a legendary warrior. Something you want to tell us, Toby? It's okay if you wanted to fuck the fish. A lot of people wanted to fuck the fish. And of course, the Digimon Queen herself. Everyone's favourite vixen that has the most searched for porn in history on Rule 34. Renamon. Like, even people that don't know what Digimon is and just say it's a bootleg Pokemon, even when those kind of people are shown a picture of Renamon, they're like, oh yeah, that's that one Digimon that everyone wants to fuck. However, in terms of games, Digimon took a very different route with their games. Rumble Arena, a fighting game, Cyber Sleuth, a more Detective Pikachu style game, Worlds was a bit more traditional, but Bandai, I think they knew that there was no way in hell that they were taking down the Titan of Pokemon, so they tried to diversify and do their own thing, and it worked. Digimon continued on, and I think it's like on season 7 now. Cyber Sleuth been re-released. By diversifying and going their own way, they stuck with it and they managed to make a name for themselves. Now, flash forward. E3 2018. Nintendo announces a home console Pokemon game. Not just some Coliseum or some stadium where you're just gonna fight. No, it is a full main series Pokemon game coming to home consoles, the Switch, the first ever time. Wow, that sounds good. Flash forward again, as we now start to see E3 2019, and we maybe should have said, I mean, I like the idea, but maybe we should have been a bit cautious, because with the couple of pieces of footage we got, a few screenshots and lines from developers like Junichi Masuda himself saying not all Pokemon will be transferable, let alone coming back. Well, you can probably imagine that got the hornet's nest of Twitter all riled up. It was going to certainly be a battle from June to November, but the game came out and it's fine. It's not good, it's not bad, most of it average. It's got some new ideas like the wild area and raids that people like, even if the wild area is a bit... that. And Masuda even made an update on the whole national Dex crisis, saying that if a Pokemon is ever added via raids, you know, like Melmetal, who is not currently in the game and therefore not currently transferable, when Melmetal's raid comes out, you'll be able to transfer him. It's going to be a very slow process if you're going to add all 900 like that, and it's not really what everyone wants, as that means, you know, their favourite might not be added till a very long time, but it's a start. So people are still angry. People even more angry that all of the fan features that have been present in the fandom for years now are also not added. No Nuzlocks, no randomizers, nothing. But it's Pokemon. Like YouTube, you don't have, where you gonna go? Blip TV? You're not going Blip TV. You're gonna go Vimeo? You're gonna go Daily Motion? No, of course not. Pokemon is like YouTube. You have no other choice. If this is what you want, there's nowhere else to go. It's the only one. So Spyro, bend over and take it from your Vaporeon master, because we hold all the cards, and there's nothing else you can do because there's no competition. Not that I mind, as Vaporeon is the best Pokemon, as proven by scientists that do actual science. But wait, what is that on the horizon? Get the Smash Bros screen ready. A new challenger approaches, and he goes by the name TemTem. Okay, that's a bit of a stupid name, but regardless, TemTem coming at you with hard-hitting statements that they are the answer to Pokemon, and they are going to have it all. Don't like t-shirts, just a bunch of generic stuff? Well, here's full customization, not just t-shirts, but all sorts of crazy things like wings, and regardless of your gender, you can wear it all. The girls can wear the jeans, and the boys can wear the dresses. Bold, but fantastic. We love it, the people cried. But that's not all. Our entire game is gonna be the wild area. People walking around on every single route in every single town. But unlike Pokemon, just, you know, like the Todd Howard meme, every one of those people, it's a real person. If you interact with that person, you can have a conversation with them, battle with them, and trade with them right there on the spot, rather than using Sword's archaic trading system. Hot damn, but we're not done yet. We are only just getting started. A full story like Pokemon, and any new TemTem that we add, we just add them in an update. No need for that third version. And best of all, we have the national Dex. And if you want all this, we have a Kickstarter, and once it's over, we're also taking donations on PayPal. Quite a statement, and people turned their heads, and the Kickstarter money started rolling in, gaining nearly 600,000, way over their 70,000 asking price. And that's not all. While I can't find the official number, people that have been on board with this since day one, that have been promoting this since day one, have told me that in addition to the 573,000 they got from Kickstarter, they got around an extra 170,000, 175,000 raised in PayPal donations, coming close to $750,000, 10 times their asking price. Good stuff. And while Pokemon was dealing with its storm from June to November, TemTem just sat down and quietly got to work, with the months going by, with backers only the ones getting the updates, just getting little notes here and there. Then we hit the November, we hit the release date. Pokemon Sword is now out. Most of the rumours from E3 were true. The wild area is still... . And so, it garnered mixed reviews from both critics and fans, but still, it's overall positive due to the new raids, and again, like YouTube, it is Pokemon. You've got the one option, you've got nowhere else to go. On the other side of the coin, in the same month, TemTem put out its trailer. Positive reception, of course, because we now potentially have a rival. We have the actual critics saying this could be a good idea, giving it the likes, and we have the people that are being spiteful with the whole hashtag bring back the national Dex backlash, also liking it purely out of spite. Which is fine. I backed Bloodborne out of spite of Konami, because Konami is shit, and they fired the original, developer of Castlevania, and the original developer's like, if you want to say fuck Konami, I'll make a new Castlevania. And he made a new Castlevania, and Bloodstained was great, so there's nothing wrong with backing out of spite. But both are out now, and we reviewed Pokemon a while ago, and now we get to see how this stacks up. But just before we do, let's just quickly cover what happened in January, because it's important to note that TemTem definitely made big enough waves to make Pokemon turn its head and get a foot up its ass, which is great because TemTem is now forcing Pokemon to be a competitor. And after all these features were announced on their Kickstarter, when January came, it seems like Pokemon decided to make an update to match TemTem's offers. TemTem, we have full customization. You only have a few basic things like t-shirts and pants. Oh yeah? Well, when the Crown Tundra DLC comes out, you can get everything. Dragon Ball Z Ice Scouters, full outfits like the Eevee suit that everyone has requested and has basically modded into the game on their PC versions, which is illegal, but they still modded it in because everybody wants that Eevee suit. And all the special shit, like the gym leader outfits, the team outfits, like the Team Rocket suit that we've got in Pokemon Go. TemTem, you just been matched. More on that one later. TemTem, well, we don't need a third version or a new version. If ever something new comes out, we can just add it into the game with an update. Unlike you, that makes a third deluxe version. Ha! Can't wait for those 2 extra Pokemon in Pokemon Gun. Sarcastic laugh. Or so you think. Everyone clocked onto that in Ultra Moon. It was proof that our strategy was failing. So we as the Pokemon Company have embraced DLC with expansions, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra expansions that add new Pokemon like the Reindeer, new Regis, new forms for the birds. TemTem, you have just been matched. And I feel that some of these matches would actually not have happened unless TemTem got the response it did and it made enough waves to make Pokemon actually look and be like, oh shit, somebody is actually challenging us, we better step up our game. But that's all the backstory. Now we've got the game in early access and we can touch it with our own 2 hands. Get ready to play with your fingers. So now we can look at what is in TemTem and how all of the mechanics, all the gameplay mechanics, the graphics and etc. actually stack up and see if it is going to be a true rival or if it's just another bootleg Pokemon like Monster Rancher or Flint the Time Detective or some other Telefang bootleg Pokemon monster catch-em-all thing. So here we go. So the graphics are exactly what you would expect from a Pokemon clone. You know, you look at Pokemon and it's like, hey, let's look at Sword. Ooh, nice, vibrant. Trying to combine 2 words there, Spyro. Vibrant and colourful, bright and vibrant. All of the brightness, all of the vibrantness. That's not a real word, but yeah, you look at Pokemon, you get the bright, vibrant world. Oh, look at all those beautiful colours that draw in all the kids. And it's got some nice areas like the Glintwood, is that the word? I don't know any of the towns in Pokemon, especially not Sword. Sword's towns were just like names, not good on naming. But you know, you look at the forest. Oh, nice mushrooms, all nicely polished. That looks like a great area. And you get into the wild area. Oh, that's not so much polished. So it's just a nice, colourful world with some polish, some not. Flip over to TemTem. It's the same deal. Ooh, Sky Archipelago, nice big blue skies, nice vibrant and bright colours, with some areas like the crystal area that they show off in their Kickstarter page. Oh, look at that. Look at the shine on them crystals. Look at them shine.
Look at them shine. Look at them shine.
Look at them shine. And then you see other areas, like starting area, where it's a bit, you know, that brick texture could use a bit of work, but it's the same deal, and that's fine. That's exactly what it aims to achieve. It wants to say, hey, we're rivaling Pokemon, and we want kind of the same feel of that childlike wonder. We want to draw you in with this nice, bright, vibrant place. I mean, the place itself, in my opinion, is a little bit overdone. Oh, look, it's floating islands in the sky. Hey, I haven't seen that in One Piece's Strong Worlds. Look at them islands that the Golden Lion Pirate Man's put in the sky, or indeed the big one, the Skylands from my third incarnation. Oh, we're gonna go to the academy. Am I gonna be able to pick up my TemTem from the academy? Hey, Eon! Eon! You didn't tell me that we could have TemTem. You said that we're just gonna be stopping Invader Zim. Or now that he's known Moxie, because he's voicing Moxie now. You didn't tell me that we could have our own TemTems in the Skylands. Where were you hiding the TemTems, Aeon? You a senile old bastard. So yeah, the setting's a little bit overdone, but it's fine. The graphics are fine. It's exactly what you'd expect. The music is the same kind of deal, where it's got some nice music, both of them have, but both of them have the same problem. Like with Pokemon, hey, you can see some nice music if you're walking round, but due to the nature of the game, with the fact that you'll be going into a lot of tall grass, doing a lot of the same wild battle, it's only the one track really. Like, the battle theme never changes, and the problem with me, or me personally when I play Pokemon, is I mute the audio when I am walking around. Sometimes if it's like a big area where I know there's not going to be any Pokemon, like a major town or city, I'll turn it up, I'll see what music's new there. But when I'm going from route to route to route, and there's going to be a lot of wild battles, there's only ever one wild battle track, so most of the time I just mute the audio and I play my own playlist to listen to while going from one town to another, or just not have the music at all and just put on a full stream, like, you know, Varg, Skeletor, Joel, and just listen to what he has to say about Let's Playing Banjo-Kazooie for the first ever time in like 20 years. You got a shiny Duraludon, you got a shiny Eevee, you got a shiny Elephant, you got every shiny Pokemon. Let's get Jack and Daxter. Good job, Eevee. This theme actually fits this fight. Yeah, I think this is actually the boss fight version though, so it might have Golem Myers text in it about halfway through. Because it's more entertaining than listening to the same battle song over and over and over and over. And TemTem, it's kind of the same deal. You know, for the first hour or so, I had it on, I listened to it, but it's the same battle theme. The wild fight in the tall grass is the same, so it's like, oh, we're in a new town, let's listen to the new town, but oh, now we gotta go down Route 2, and Route 2 there's a lot of tall grass, and it's gonna be the same battle theme over and over again. So we're just gonna put that on mute, and then, hey Joel, what do you think?
Okay, put hang on. Put you right there. Right there. Okay. Nope. God damn it. Whatever. Well, going a little too fast now, I think. So I'll put you down here because you're gonna fall off otherwise. Am I a cat person or a dog person? I'm definitely a cat person. I like dogs, but there's something about dogs that I don't trust. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. So the music, it's okay. These are the two easy ones. It's okay. But now, this is where we start to diversify. We get into the core mechanics, the stamina meter, the breeding. This is where we can really start to split the two apart. But in terms of graphics and music, it's like Sword and Shield. It's fine. It's passable. There's no real difference. But now this is where we do diversify, because there are big changes to the battle system, to the breeding system, some for better, some for worse. So let's start with the battle system. So the stamina meter is an interesting idea. Let's just have a quick comparison. So in Pokemon, quick image, there's PP. You use a move, it consumes 1 PP. Fairly simple. TemTem, pretty much the same deal. You use a move, however, rather than consuming a PP, it consumes a set amount of stamina. I'll use easy numbers for a moment. Let's just say 20. So if you use a move, it consumes 20 stamina. It varies from move to move, depending on, you know, how much damage it is. Like a simple beginner's tackle will only take like 10, but if you want to do a full-on Dragon Rage, wah, kill everything, might cost you 50. You know, it scales with power. That's fine. Now, when you're out of PP, however, or stamina in this case, it starts taking away health.
Wait, so if I don't have enough mana for a move, I can take health? Oh, that's raw. That is metal as hell.
Exactly, Alpharad. It's metal as fuck. You're hurting yourself to deal damage to enemies. This could be a good idea, but they wanted to go too deep into the competitive nature of the game. So in terms of gameplay, TemTem pushes itself and markets itself as a more competitive version of Pokemon. It's not just any multiplayer that's EVs and IVs. The entire game is very heavily competitive. The entire game is very heavily EV, IV focused. And because they want to go so competitive, it ties into the second point, and that's what makes this first point interesting but fall flat on its face. The second point is, we want to be so competitive that there's no randomization at all. So, like with Pokemon, how you want to do, let's say you do Poison Sting, there's a 20% chance it'll poison. Or you do Thunderbolt, there's a 20% chance it'll paralyze. Not 100, just a little roll of the dice. Or if you're using Slash, which has a higher chance of critical hitting, no. There are no critical hits. From what I have played and other people have experienced,
One thing that TemTem marketed is that they don't have any random elements like Pokemon does with misses and crits and stuff like that. But here's the thing, that is a direct nerf to me. I get so lucky in all the scenarios where I shouldn't, so how am I going to clutch it out when I can't even spin the wheel in this game?
Exactly. There are no critical hits. And this now makes their first idea fall flat on its face. For example, let's say I was in the champion match, the final match, you know, I beat the 8 gyms, I beat the Elite Four, here we are, the final match, and it's down to our last TemTem, my last TemTem, his last TemTem, and it's the final round. I am weak. I am going to die. No matter, if I heal, he's going to use a powerful move and kill me. I have got myself into a position where I have lost. I have 100% lost unless I roll the dice. Because I have got 11 HP. And I could spend 10 HP, so I'd be left with 1, to go for that critical. If that critical hit lands, I win. Oh man. Do I wanna go through the entire Elite Four again? Or do I wanna just take that roll? I mean, if I lose, I'm gonna have to go through them again anyway. So, you know, why don't I take that roll of the dice? Why don't we see if we can end it right here? One last hit! Nah, sorry, you can't do that. Like, because there is no randomization and every attack does exactly what it's specified to do, I've already lost. There's no winning. There's no victory condition. I know what every attack does. I know exactly how much damage it does. So the idea of spending HP now no longer works. Because if you had randomized stats, if you had the chance of criticals, if you had that chance to roll the dice and go all in one last kamikaze attack, where you might get that critical, you might clutch it out, it'd make sense. Because you're taking the gamble. You're willing to risk it for the victory. But now that there are no critical hits, now that there is no randomized stats, it's just like, well, guess I'll start again. Guess I'll reset. Guess I'll be Mr. Office Man, dull and boring. Because that's what it is. It's dull and boring. Because now, when you get into a battle, sure, you can obviously calculate your stamina. You can calculate how many attacks you can get off before you have to skip a turn to regenerate stamina. It is very strategical, but that's not fun. Like, I'm sorry, TemTem, it's not fun. There's no excitement anymore. Like, when you see, you're not even fighting the battle, because when you see an opponent, you see what the opponent brings out. Oh, he brung out this. Okay, just stop everybody. Cut the pictures. Cut the pictures. Cut everything. Let's bring up the calculator here. Get some Wii Shop music on. Okay, so if he's got, let's see, he's got 200 HP because obviously stats aren't randomized, and that TemTem is level 20, so I know it's got 200 HP, and I've got an attack that does 35 every turn that costs 20 stamina, so that'd be 35, that'd be 35 divided by 20, which means that it'd take like 3 turns to kill him, but I've only got that much stamina, so we're gonna have to like negate 3 turns. You see what I mean? It's boring. If you sit there and get a calculator out for every battle, it's boring, because you're gonna win. And like, yeah, okay, congratulations, you won by strategy, but like, there's no fun though. Like, the whole point, as Alfred said, with his experience with criticals.
One thing that TemTem marketed is that they don't have any random elements like Pokemon does with misses and crits and stuff like that. But here's the thing, that is a direct nerf to me. I get so lucky in all the scenarios where I shouldn't. So how am I going to clutch it out when I can't even spin the wheel in this game?
He found the little crits. He found the clutches. Go to that girl that did the animation where she was fighting the Altaria in her Nuzlocke challenge.
Winona led with Swellow, which Zip Zap Zop was able to take out. But she immediately brought out Altaria, which made me very scared because I know she's got Earthquake on that thing. I didn't have a clean switch and I knew no one on the team could take 2 hits from this Cloud Bird. So I ultimately decided that I'd have to have Zip Zap Zop paralyze it in exchange for his death. Goodbye, Zip Zap Zop. You weren't here for long, but your efforts will not be in vain. Oh my god! Somehow Zip Zap Zop lived the earthquake on 2 HP like a mad lad. Korn must have been looking down on us for that one because there was definitely a 90% chance Zip Zap Zop was supposed to die there. With that string of luck, I was able to switch Ari in for Zip Zap Zop to predict another earthquake and started chipping away at the Altaria, which was not gonna be easy. She was already starting to stack up those dragon dances, which make her moves even more powerful, and I was legitimately sweating. But with what little luck we had left, Winona got greedy and tried to get in that last dragon dance, and that's when Ari was able to swoop in and snipe that kill. If that Altaria would have decided to attack at any point, she would have one-shotted anyone and everyone on my team. Thank you, Korn. You shined your photosynthesis onto us. From there, I was able to heal up Zip Zap Zop and sweep the rest of her team. The 6th gym badge was ours. Outside the...
She didn't know how he lived. She literally put it down to that her dead Pokemon took the shot. He was holding it off. She got that magic moment that you wouldn't get in TemTem. This moment right here, you won't get that in TemTem. You won't see like, oh my god, how the fuck did I survive? How did I do that? Oh shit, boys, we're still in. No, you won't get that. Like when it declares its attack, you're gonna know. Like, oh well, that attack, that does 50 HP. I've got 50. I lose. There's no defenses. There's no random crits. There's no like. There's nothing. Like you just know. Once attacks have been declared, you just know, and it's not fun. Like, can you imagine if you were playing Dungeons and Dragons? You know, D60s, D20s, and the Dungeon Master, you know, you're thinking like you're playing it like a regular Dungeons and Dragons, and it's like, okay, I see the monster. I roll a D20 for your accuracy. Well, it's a perfect 20. I'm gonna hit it. Roll a D20 for your damage. Oh well, it's a 18, so I'm gonna do a lot of damage. That's what makes Dungeons and Dragons fun, because you're rolling dice. When they say roll for accuracy, let's say I'm casting a fireball. I'm a dragon. I breathe fire. You gotta roll a d20 to see if you hit your target. And if I get a 20, fire going straight at the enemy. But if I roll a 1, that fire is gonna bounce off the enemy's shield and burn a family's house down. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't predict whether I'm gonna hit my target or the fireball's gonna bounce off that dude's shield and burn the orphanage down. I've got to put my fireball in the roll of that d20. It's completely up to whatever that d20 wants to land on. And that's what makes Dungeons and Dragons exciting. That's what makes it fun. Because you have that random element. You have the chance to be like, oh man, my entire party's dead. I've only got 5 HP. And that's the end of our adventure. That's the end of the quest for the Goblet of Yggdrasil. If I can't do anything, this is my final roll. I'm putting my faith in the heart of the cards. And oh my god, I summoned I drew Exodia. I fucking rolled the d20 and I got a headshot. Oh, it's a moment for the team. The team gets together at that clutch moment. The defining moment of the campaign. You don't get that in TemTem. You don't get it. And that's why the stamina meter is pointless. Because, like, yeah, if there was such a thing as critical hits, if there was a lot more random elements, that'd be fine. Because then you would want to take those risks. It would lead to exciting moments. You would be like, yes, we've only got 11 HP and this attack costs 10. Let's do it. Let's harm ourselves. Let's take our own HP away to gamble it for the victory. But you can't. You can't gamble it for the victory. So what's the point of the stamina meter? What's the point of the health meter? If you can't use your own HP as a sacrifice for the chance of a critical hit, then what's the point? Well, you see, we want it to be competitive. We want it to be very EV and IV based, very stat based, and random elements aren't very competitive. You know, it's like Smash. It's like for people that are boring at Smash. You know, they play Final Destination, no items, because, you know, like, can you imagine if you were playing Final Destination with items and somebody got the hammer? That's a random element, and that wouldn't be fun for the person that doesn't have the hammer. No, but if, like, you know, the person without the hammer has got 3 stock and you've got 1 stock, that initiates a comeback. That makes people be like, oh shit, is the guy gonna come back? Is he actually gonna do it? That's why items are fun. But no. Final Destination, no items. Fox v Fox. Bro. Hiya. So that's why there's no point in the stamina meter. If you're not going to add random elements, if you want to be competitive Smash, if you want to 1v1 me Final Destination, Fox v Fox, no items, then just use PP. There's no point in trading health if you're not going to be able to initiate any kind of gamble with the health that you're sacrificing. Just use PP. It's just being different for the sake of being different. Both are. I mean, the stamina's different for the sake of it, but more importantly, well, we don't want critical hits because, ew, that Pokemon, that nasty Pokemon, that's got critical hits. That's a random element, and we want to be different. We want to be different and more competitive. You ain't even got a proper following yet. Don't be thinking about your esports league when you haven't even got a proper following yet, dude. So, in terms of battling, that's my thoughts. I'm not saying one's worse than the other. The stamina meter is fine. It works. But without that ability to gamble on a critical, you never get any exciting moments. It just feels boring. Plain. Whatever. Which can be especially said for the breeding. Oh boy! Where do we begin with the breeding? Oh boy, what's that? What's that? You want it to be different for the sake of being different? Oh boy, well, if you want different, if you don't want Pokemon, then here comes the difference. So, there is breeding in TemTem. Like with Pokemon, you whack 2 Pokemon into the Pokemon Center, you let them do a bit of motion in the ocean, and a magic egg mysteriously appears out of nowhere. Simple. Now, breeding in main Pokemon games is not really used. It is definitely a competitive feature. Sure, you might need a Munchlax or a Riolu, something you can't find in the wild, so hey, just breed the Snorlax with the Lax incense, or just breed Lucario with the fighting incense, you know, just a few baby Pokemon. But mainly breeding is used for competitive, so you would go to the battle tower, you'd do the battle tower, you'd get the IV checker. IVs, here we go, this is the deep stats now, this is proper competitive shit. You'd get your IV checker and you'd look for 6 IVs, and then you'd be like, okay, well, this Pokemon has 5 IVs, so I'll put the Destiny Bond on that one. This one has another 5. If I can get a second Destiny Bond, I can breed them. And then maybe we'll get a 6 IV one, and we can put the 6 IV one back in and use the egg groups to get more 6 IV Pokemon. A little bit complicated, but you understand the logic. However, where Pokemon is simple and keeps it simple, keep it simple, stupid, because again, it works and there's no need to change it. TemTem wants to go full fucking wacky pants. So about those parents, unlike Pokemon, where you can put one Pokemon in there, you can put that Ditto in there, and that Ditto can fuck till the end of time. It can have a Kangaskhan dick, a Rapidash dick, a Vaporeon dick. It can have all the dicks in its ass forever, till the end of time. And nobody's going to say anything, because that's your 6 IV Ditto, and you want your Pokemon with 6 IVs. TemTem. We've got generation degradation! Play the Todd Howard song.
Kill and save one more nation. No more levels and skills, only degradation. It just works, little lifestyle. It shows people by money flows. It just works. It just works, overpriced. Open walls on its rise, take my word.
No more skills, only degradation. It just works. It just works. Oh, what's that? You wanted a role-playing game? You wanted Fallout New Vegas? You wanted an actual role-playing game? Who needs a leveling system in a role-playing game? Who needs proper things in a role-playing game? You just want your guns to degrade faster. You just want that sweet fucking degradation so that you can buy a repair kit from our atomic shop, which is what fucking TemTem is doing. So, in terms of the degradation, Mummy and Daddy can't stay in the sex house forever. They can breed maybe 4 TemTem. And if you breed too much, your child's going to be an inbred retard. So you better not breed the same TemTem too many times, or your child's going to be inbred. Oh great. Why did you do that? Why did you add degradation? Because we want to be different. No. That's a Todd Howard move. That's adding degradation to a game that didn't need degradation. Why are you doing it, Todd Howard? Because we want to be different from Pokemon. And if it ended there, that would be fine, but it doesn't end there, does it? No. Because you see, as you can see by said article, breeding just got a whole lot harder. Because it requires fees. You can't just stick 2 Pokemon in and let them fuck. You gotta find DNA cores and money and all like that shit, which is incredibly rare. So if you were hoping to breeding, get fucked. What's that? You need 500 gold? Hope you like getting 2 gold off of every trainer. That'll come back later when we talk about clothing and the absolute ludicrous fucking prices versus the grind. But hey, you wanted to breed? You wanted to get a 6 IV TemTem? You wanted to breed? Well, that's 500 gold. I hope you like getting 2 gold over and over again forever. So you're never gonna fucking breed. So why did you do that, TemTem? Why have you added this silly restriction? Because we want to be different from Pokemon, duh. Ah, yes, of course. So breeding is a fucking shit show. So this is the main problem with where it comes back to breeding and why people are saying it's got tougher. I mean, the title of the article already states that it got more expensive. And the problem with these DNA cores isn't necessarily the DNA cores themselves or the gears or whatever the hell they're called. They're just the thing that's used for breeding. It's the fact that A, they have gotten more expensive, but B, the payout is so low, like ridiculously low. You go to Pokemon, and depending on where you are, trainers scale with a reward. So you fight little Timmy on Route 1, oh here's 50 Poké Dollars. Then you go to Victory Road. Oh, you're fighting Dragon Tamer Lance. No, he's the champion, isn't he? You're fighting Dragon Tamer Johnny, and he gives you 5,000 Poké Dollars. You know, it scales. But due to the game being unfinished, which is something we'll touch upon in a moment, you basically only have a limited area in which you're grinding, and that limited area is the starting area. You know, there's a couple more islands. It takes you up to about the 4th gym, but the 4th gym you're still only getting 100, maybe 200 Pokecoins. If we're converting it into Pokemon, you get to Erica at Celadon City. Well, you can just grind forever, or you can play the casino and waste all your money, but you might win some back, and you might be able to get to 9,999 by that Porygon. So there was a way to get around the grind in Pokemon. Here, of course, there is no casino, there is no slot machine to gamble on to try and get more money, so you're stuck with the grind of 100 to 200, and all the prices are ridiculous. We're talking in the tens of thousands. The suits alone, the t-shirts, the shorts. Let's look at the wiki and look at these prices. That's oh, that one's 40,000. Oh, Jesus, 40,000. And you're getting that little? Just get a little tiny amount. Ooh, give you a little bit. And you want to get 40,000? You're gonna be there for a year to get that t-shirt. Jesus. That's a bit shit, and that's why the article says that breeding got a whole lot harder, because while the gears are relatively rare to find, you know, you'll find one or two out in the world, your main way of getting the breeding gear is to buy them, and to buy them with the increased price and the little tiny amount of money, well, you ain't buying shit. And this comes down to something that I hopefully am wrong about, because I've seen this a lot of times before in these kind of games. Let's look at Paladins. I purposefully went and got a character that I don't use to level 20, because I knew this character has a cosmic skin. He's Lex, he's a flanker, I don't like him, but he's got a cosmic skin, because what high-res and Paladins used to do back in the day before they scrapped the idea is a mastery level, and if you got a hero to level 20, you can buy the cosmic skin. Ooh, look, it's fancy. It's all stars. And when you get to level 20, you get two options. Does that seem familiar to you? You can buy that cosmic t-shirt and pants for 40,000 gold. Oh man, that's the same price as this thing in TemTem. And, you know, in Paladins, the free-to-play game, well, yeah, gold. You don't get that much gold like TemTem. Little tiny amount. If you use a booster, if you bought the battle pass and you're going through the battle pass, you can use a battle pass booster. Give you a couple of them. You use a battle pass booster and you'll go from this little amount. You'll go from this tiny amount to ooh, that's a little bit more. You'll go to a little bit more if you buy a battle pass booster. But sometimes it might be the end of the season. You might be out of battle pass boosters, or a battle pass might not even be on. So for the most part, getting a little tiny amount of gold in Paladins, that little tiny bit, TemTem. And as you can see from Lex, well, you could grind for a month. You could like really get in there, really grind for a month, or you could go just give us a little bit of money, just 200 crystals worth. Give us a little bit of money, you can unlock him straight away. Because you could grind 40,000 gold. You could save up 40,000 gold, or you could give us 200 crystals. Go on, just buy the 200 crystals. And TemTem is kind of the same mindset. I hope it isn't. For all you playing, I obviously hope microtransactions never come to a paid-for game, because then it's going to be an instant 0 out of 10. Go fuck yourself. But the way that it's currently set up, and I hope they increase the grind, because people are giving feedback, people are fixing it, and who knows, by the time this review comes out, they might have already fixed the grind. But as it stands, at point of recording, the grind, little tiny bit of gold for that bigger price. What a fucking idiot, past Spyro. You dumb, naive piece of shit. This is, you know, the review, by the way. It was done. I was ready to upload it yesterday. Blame was saying, where were you, Mr. Spyro? Where were you yesterday? I'm working on my TemTem review. I'm going to finish that today. I'm going to finish that. And as I'm finishing it, just as I'm making sure that there's no stray images or the audio's in sync, just as I'm doing the final touch-ups, TemTem releases, or they release some pure fucking gold. Haha, what? I'm sorry, Spyro. What did you say? You say the grind was shit, and you just compared it to Paladins? Well, you could grind 40,000, or just give us a bit of money. Go on, 200 crystals worth, 200 fucking sunstones worth. Well, TemTem, and I bring this up in the review, but we're going to come back to it. I'm going to do a second edit in the review, because as I'm editing it, they make a statement, which is this print screen of the website. It's not got the pictures yet, but they made a statement that they're making a roadmap, and I'm like, oh my god, they made a roadmap, and I bring that up, but then the picture come out, then the fucking bang my arm, then the picture comes out, because he's fucking right, he always is. He knew it was coming, he didn't want to admit it to himself, he saw that grind. Past Spyro, yesterday's Spyro from yesterday, he saw that grind, he didn't want to admit it, but come on, it's the AAA industry, everybody's a piece of fucking scum, you know that everybody's a piece of scum. And as much as he didn't want to admit it, he knew it, and it came to pass. So let's have a look. So, ooh, that's a roadmap, 6-part roadmap, Jesus Christ. And you know, the first ones are fine, but we get to winter 2020, and we go to that last line, a cosmetic item shop. Welcome to the Atomic Shop. What are you going to do with your 500 atoms? I'm going to get 1/18 of the TemTem suit. I'm going to get 1/2 of the paint skin for my gun. No, fuck that. Lightwood laminate. He's right. Fuck the bag. Lightwood laminate. Lightwood laminate. Lightwood laminate. Lightwood laminate. Lightwood laminate.
I have crippling depression.
Just give us. I'll pay you 500 atoms to fuck off. What's that? Your canvas bag shit. Your power armor helmet's got mold in it and it could kill you. How about I give you 500 atoms on the house? 500 TemTem sunstones. 500 sun crystals for you to piss off and never speak about this again. So. We have been given an instant 0. It doesn't matter what I think. I mean, I do give a score at the end, but that's going to change. Instant 0. It's a paid-for game with microtransactions. Wow. And as you can see, here's a couple of tweets. Nobody on fucking Twitter's happy about that. But doesn't stop there. Why would it? You gotta. It's like Activision. Can't just have some of the money. You gotta have all the money. So not only it's gonna be an Atomic Shop. Let's look at the next box. Oh, a cosmetic battle pass. A cosmetic battle pass, like Fortnite and Paladins, except those are free games. So I hope you're not charging for that battle pass. What, you are? Oh boy! So you're going to have an Atomic Shop and the Battle Pass. And now, it all starts to unfurl. It all starts to unravel. We start to see where all the bullshit is. Because when I'm going through this list, all of the fancy items, all the fun cosmetics, you know, like the angel wings and the full-on, like that TemTem suit. Oh, look at that. Let's just pause the video. Look at. So we're gonna quickly do an edit to the edit. I'm not gonna pause the video. I'm gonna show you a new video because when I was browsing this, it turns out that there's even more unreleased sets than there is on this list. So you're gonna see the wiki again, except you're gonna see all the unreleased stuff, like just a quick print screen, the TemTem suit. Oh look, this article contains unreleased content. And she's wearing it in that battle pass thing that they released. But let's go continue, Spyro. That. Oh, not available in the game. Not available in the game, eh? Oh, let's look at your roadmap picture. Oh, there she is. There's the girl in the Pokemon costume or the TemTem suit. There she is. What's that say underneath her? Oh, battle pass. So I wonder where. I wonder fucking where all the good shit's going to go. I wonder where that TemTem suit that clearly has had more work put into it. Like, that's obviously, that is a full suit with all the fucking wings and the antennae and all the shit coming off of it. That ain't a blue t-shirt. That ain't Bunker Jonesy. That ain't Default Jonesy's blue t-shirt, is it? So I wonder where the big fancy suit's going. Well, it's going into the atomic shop. Just give us 500 atoms. Give us $5. We'll give you 500 atoms, and then you can buy. Oh no, sorry. It's going to be 700 atoms. So you're going to be just short. So you'll actually have to pay for the second tier. You'll have to buy 1,000 atoms. Ooh. So yeah, I wonder where all the good stuff's going to go. Right into the atomic shop or right into the battle pass. Either one. More money, please. Just give me more money, because we already made you pay $30 for. Sorry, 35. 35. We already made you pay $35 for the game, but give me more money in the atomic shop. We already made you pay $35 and whatever you spend in the atomic shop, but give us even more money for a battle pass.
Just give me money!
Fucking God. He was, again, past Spyro. He knew it. He saw, he just the way the grind was set up. It was set up like every free-to-play bullshit-ass game that's like, hey, there's a premium. Overwatch. Shit coins in Overwatch. You get shit coins. Why'd you get shit coins? Ooh, well, you could grind till you get the skin you want. Or you could buy a couple of loot boxes. Just $5. $5 gives you 10 loot boxes. You want 10 loot boxes? Go on, bit more money. He knew it from fucking Overwatch. In Paladins, oh, the gold's shit. Gold's completely worthless. The gold takes forever to earn. 200 crystals. Go on, just give us 200 crystals. He's seen it so many fucking times. He knew. Past Spyro knew that the grind was shit. And he was saying, oh, I hope they don't put premium currencies in. I hope that they don't put an atomic shop in. And he knew that he was fooling himself. And there it is, in black and white. You fucked up, TemTem. Cosmetics, a fucking atomic shop in a paid-for game, a battle pass in a paid-for game, microtransactions in a paid-for game. Fun! It's fun! Come on, sing the fun song with me. Fun, fun, fun. Ain't that fun? Fun, fun, fun. Is it Gyro Day? Fuck! Back to the original recording. No. No. Because that sets up for, man, that t-shirt's 40,000 gold. Oh, that's really expensive. That's going to take me months to save up for. And then TemTem comes along and says, yeah, well, you could grind 40,000 gold, or you could buy 200 sun tokens. I don't know what their premium currency would be called. I mean, that coin on the wiki looks a bit like a sunstone, doesn't it? It looks like, you know, it's a stone with 8 points like sun, so I'll just call them sun tokens. But yeah, you could save up 40,000 gold, or, you know, give us just slip us a couple of dollars under the table. Give you 200 sunstones. You can buy that straight away. 40,000 gold, take ages. 200 sunstones. Go on, you want 200 sunstones? No, but under the table. Ooh, that's a little bit TemTem. I don't know about that. I hope you fix that grind, cause A, you fix the grind, everybody's happy. B, you don't fix the grind, and you never add a microtransaction, which means people are just going to get really bored really quick, because ain't nobody going to grind for 2 or 3 months straight to get that t-shirt. Or C, you leave the grind the same, making it as ridiculous as it is, and you do add a premium currency, then everybody's going to flip their shit. So I really hope that you fix that grind. But that comes to the rewards though, because while I'm saying yes, fix the grind, there isn't any reason to grind. Like, we can see all of the costumes. First of all, on that Kickstarter, all of these fancy things like the wings. Well, I'm looking at your backpacks. I'm looking. I don't see any wings there. Where's your wings, TemTem?
Turning players into payers.
There ain't any wings in the game at the moment. You can't get wings at the point of recording. Again, they might add wings by the time this goes out, but at point of recording, no wings. So we're stuck with the basic things. We're stuck with the basic t-shirts, as we can see here. Stuck with the basic pants, as we can see here. All kind of basic, aren't they? All kind of generic. And this is a problem that Pokemon has as well, which I believe the DLC is also fixing, where it's like, oh hey, do you want a t-shirt for 15,000? I mean, money is obviously more readily available in Pokemon, but the problem of it looks shit still stands. Where it's like, hey, do you want this t-shirt? No thanks, I think I'm good on a t-shirt. Oh, what about this t-shirt? This one's blue. Well, no, I'm alright, but this one's blue. I mean, do you have one that's blue with like the aquatic skull and crossbones for Team Aqua? No, it's just blue. I don't know about that then. I kind of don't want your shit Pokemon. I actually want something worthwhile. And both Pokemon and TemTem have the same issue, that this t-shirt's blue. Do you want the blue t-shirt? Do you want the TemTem blue t-shirt? No, not really. And with the Sword and Shield trailer, you know, we've seen things like one of the bosses, the leader of Team... Go on, Spyro, which one is it? Plasma? Ding, 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 you got it right, he's a winner. Well, yeah, boss of Team Plasma. Oh, look, he's got his Dragon Ball Z Ice Scouter, so it's implying in the Isle of Armor that you can get every costume now. They have finally caved in to what people have been asking for a long time, where it's like, you can get all of the crazy fancy things. So you can get Dragon Ball Z, it's over 9,000 eyepiece, or you can get the Team Rocket outfit, which has been ported over from Pokemon Go because it's currently in Pokemon Go, or you can just to have an image for you to look at, you can get Commander Mars from Team Galactic. You can get Mars's dress. Oh well, look at that. They're interesting, they're unique, because obviously they were given to the bosses, and the bosses have the fancier clothes, because the bosses always have the fancier clothes, where it's like, oh, look at this, this is interesting, this is fancy, don't I look nice? Yes, I do. Well, you do, but, you know, there was a blue I don't want your blue t-shirt! It's blue! It's crap, I don't want your blue t-shirt! So, what's the point of grinding in TemTem? Because right now, Pokemon is potentially set. I don't know whether they will, we'll have to wait for the Isle of Armor, but Pokemon is potentially set to release everything. And TemTem is just saying, the blue t-shirt. Why would I grind TemTem? I don't want a blue t-shirt. This t-shirt looks shit. Well, you see, the reason why you grind, like, yeah, we get it. T-shirt, who wants a T-shirt? If you want to make yourself look fancy, fair enough, but you're right, nobody really wants the T-shirt. But what we're bringing back that Pokemon doesn't have is the secret bases. Ooh, really? Yeah, you missed them secret bases from Emerald, don't you? Well, yeah, the secret bases were pretty cool. Yeah, so, in TemTem, you can buy a house. The buying a house seems pretty expensive. No, it's kind of like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You're not actually going to be buying a fully furbished house. It's only like 1,000 gold, and you get an empty house. It's got no wallpaper, basic wooden flooring. It's like your first Minecraft dirt house with a bit of wooden floor. There's nothing in it, so it's cheap. But all the furniture, all the wallpaper, all the floorboards, that's what you want to grind for. Okay, I mean, I like doing up a house. I've played Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. I've played Stardew Valley. I can decorate my house. I don't mind my house. Alright, so I'm grinding, but I'm looking through the towns that we've got TemTem. There doesn't seem to be a house salesman. Where's your house salesman? You don't have to ask the wiki. What do you mean, TemTem? What do you mean? That the house isn't in the game yet? What? Well, it doesn't matter. I don't need to buy the house right now, because I can at least grind and get the furniture to put in there. The furniture's not in the game yet. Okay, well, you know what? Fine. By the time I reach the champion and I have become I beat the Elite Four and I become the TemTem Master, surely I will have like 2 million gold and I'll be ready to you can't get to the Elite Four. What do you mean you can't get to the Elite Four? Well, you see, the thing is, there's only half the gyms in the game right now. There's only 4 gyms. We have got the 5th one. Look at the wiki. We've already got the 5th one planned. No, stop. But no, TemTem. So what you're telling me is, you're charging 35. That's a lot of money. You're charging $35 for a game that is not finished. You can't even beat the main story. Doesn't have half of its features like the house, and currently has a ridiculous grind. Yes. Right, but you do know that the Pokemon DLC, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, two islands, you do know that these 2 islands are $30. 5 cheaper. We already have the complete game, 5 cheaper than what you're offering. Well, you kind of paid 60 for the main game, so, you know, with it's 30, it's actually 90. Alright, I'll give you that, but still, you're charging the same amount for an unfinished game, which might never be finished. Because this is the problem that we run into. This bit's new, by the way. I had a little bit planned out, but they released something today. As of the 26th of February 2020, they released a statement about this, so I can't do my original script because they've already countered me. I was going to say, you know, you're taking a risk, it's like an early access, and you know, some early accesses never get finished. Some early accesses get abandoned, and I have certainly backed 1 or 2. I haven't backed a lot because you kind of know which ones are going to be shit, but I've backed 1 or 2 by mistake that ended up abandoned. It is now just shovelware. It will never be finished. So, and you're asking 35? You're asking $35 for a game that you might never finish. You might run out of funds. That's it. You're not getting the Elite Four. You're not getting that house. It's abandonware. That's a lot of money to be asking for a game that's not even halfway there yet, because you haven't even got the 8 gyms, let alone the Elite Four. You've only got 4 gyms. So, you only got 4 gyms. That's a lot of money. Well, it's fine, because we've already counteracted your statement. We already knew that you were going to go off on this tangent, and we've already counteracted your statement with our own statement, that is, we have a roadmap. So this is a future edit of this section. It's pretty much just going to be completely cut because now that we have a picture of the roadmap, don't need to go over it again. I mean, mostly I just go off on a tangent, which is a tangent still worth bringing up just as a quick highlight, where you shouldn't trust a roadmap. Hey, who remembers the Fallout 76 roadmap? Oh, what's that? Wastelanders? Fall 2019? It's nearly summer 2020, and we're pretty much still waiting on that, so there's a good chance that Wastelanders has been cancelled and will never ever come out. Goodbye roadmap. That was good job. That was a great roadmap. Throw that one in the bin. Who remembers the Anthem roadmap? Oh yeah, Echoes of Reality, the Cataclysm. That's still in the game. Act 2. Oh yeah, had such a shit show of a launch and such a shit show of a development time over the Cataclysm that Act 2 and 3 of the roadmap were scrapped. Good roadmap. So far we've had a roadmap that never got finished with Fallout 76 and a roadmap that never got finished with Anthem. Who remembers the multiple roadmaps that Activision did for Destiny 2? Oh, what's that? Destiny 3? Well, you see, Activision. Thing is, you and Bungie kind of had a divorce, and Bungie's no longer with you, so half of this roadmap never happened. Never will happen. Tough break there. So that's 3 roadmaps down the drain. That's why you should never trust a roadmap. Stop making up your roadmaps. Forget your roadmap. We're still at the gas station deciding what fucking sandwiches we're having. Stop making roadmaps. Just add it when needed. Don't make your predictions, because most of the time, as we've just seen from our past 3 examples, the predictions will never come true, and Wastelanders never happened. Chapters 2 and 3 of Anthem never happened, and Destiny 3 never fucking happened. So forget your roadmap. We're not on the road yet. We're still at the gas station choosing what sandwiches we'd like to take. And that's just the warning. The rest of it was just more me saying, oh, you know, we've got a statement, but obviously at this point we don't just have the statement, we have the pictures, and we can see the atomic shop and the battle pass and all the other stuff that we've talked about, so I don't need to prolong that section or repeat that section, because we've already talked about the atomic shop and the battle pass, and as I've just said here, why roadmaps don't work. Don't do it, TemTem. So now I'll just cut that section and we'll go on to the final section. You only just released this game this year. How have you learnt? How have you learnt? Nothing. You have learnt nothing, sir. From the past 3 to 5 years of AAA using a roadmap. Yeah, but we're not AAA, we're indie. There have been indie games like Clicker Heroes 2 that had a roadmap. There was also $30. Do you know what happened to the Clicker Heroes 2 roadmap, TemTem? It is dead. Clicker Heroes 2 is abandoned. It is gone. It is finished. You lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Skins coming soon, achievements coming soon. They've been coming soon for an entire bloody year. And now, here we are, 1 year on, where everybody, aside from Wonderbolts that says he's going to edit his review because that was posted last year in July, where everybody is now either hating the game or just making a meme. Guys just like, yes. Aurora Borealis, localized in your kitchen? Yes. But most people are just like, dead game, don't buy it. Waste of fucking money. Shit, piss, fucking kill me. Devs stopped caring, I've had enough, this game is dead. I shouldn't have pre-ordered it, I waited so long for it to be an actual game, not an alpha. He was way in over his head with this thing, the price tag is absolutely ridiculous. for what you get, because it's 30. And what did he have as our final send-off? Oh, a roadmap. He took it out. He took it out of beta early access, and it's stable. It's a stable early access game. Except it's been a stable early access game for an entire year, 365 days, abandoned, the last 2 stages of the roadmap, the full release, the continuous updates. They'll never come, you'll never get your skins, you'll never get your achievements, because it's fucking dead, because that's what a fucking roadmap does. Good going. And while I'm not going to harp on it any longer, I just couldn't resist, because even during the editing we had another live service that had a roadmap, and guess what fucked up the roadmap? Let's take a listen real quick for a moment.
Ubisoft has still been committed to improving it. There have been bug fixes, of course, little improvements here and there, but there was supposed to be a big so-called immersive update this month. Something Ubisoft have been dangling over the few Ghost Recon Breakpoint players that exist, something to keep them playing, something to keep them invested. And despite February being the month for this immersive update, nothing happened. As I record this, we're a few days out from the end of February, and nothing. Well, nothing except for the news that Ubisoft, with only a few days left, has decided to postpone the update. Earlier this year, we shared that the new immersive mode and the engineer class— I can't keep doing that, that's a terrible voice— engineer class were coming by the end of February, announces Ubisoft on its blog. After careful consideration by our development team, we have decided to move their release.
Oh, you mean like how Anthem had to move the Cataclysm back? They had to delay a piece of their roadmap, which in the end meant that the other 2 pieces of the roadmap never happened. Oh dear. Oh dear. Why you got a roadmap, TemTem? Shouldn't have a roadmap. The writing's on the wall. We all know where the roadmap leads. It leads to the unfinished road that goes right off a cliff. So, it's the last one. That's the last roadmap, I promise. We'll go to the final verdict. TemTem is a very big gamble if you're going to do this. Now, is it bootleg Pokemon? Yes. Yes, it is. There's no denying it. I mean, at this point, they're even admitting that they're using the same naming type like Mythical. They're bringing a Mythical Pokemon. They're bringing Mew. Sorry, they're bringing a Mythical TemTem. Still a Mythical. Still got the same connotation as a Mythical. You're going to go to an event. The event's going to give you the mystery ticket. And you're going to go to Mystery Island and capture TemTem version of Mew. We know what a Mythical Pokemon is. So it's Pokemon. It's bootleg Pokemon. It's clear as day that you want to be bootleg Pokemon. I don't mind. If you want to try and be better than Pokemon, fine. You can try. If you want to be more competitive, if you want to remove misses, because you never miss. If you want to remove misses, you want to remove critical hits, you want to remove random status effects like the random chance of poisoning, the random chance of paralyzing. You remove all that. You want to really go hard on the EVs and the IVs. You go hard on that. It's fine. It's fine to have a competitive Pokemon. But by making it more and more competitive, you're making it more and more niche. The reason why Pokemon is enjoyed by so many is because it can be enjoyed by both classes. It can be enjoyed by the idiots that do not know about EVs and IVs, and they just wanna hug their little fish dog because it's the best Pokemon, as proven by scientists that do actual science. Or you can go deep into the EVs and IVs. You can do the battle tower. You can get the stat checker. You can go deep. It's up to you. You can do either one. That's why everybody likes it. That's why it has become such a staple. Because it's there for both casual and professional players. You're either a casual scrub that hugs the fish dog, or you're a pro player that looks deep into the natures. Has it got a rash nature? How will the rash nature affect this move? Should I change the rash nature to a timid nature? If I change the timid nature, it's going to boost its defense. You can go deep in. You've just cut half your audience off by removing this casual aspect, by removing all these random criticals, all these random status effects, all this stuff. You're saying no. This is purely for esports. You haven't even got an esports scene yet, but it's like, no, this is purely competitive, purely for the hardcore EV/IV trainers. Which is fine. If that's what they want, that's fine. It's just an official version of Pokemon Showdown, I guess. But all the other problems, though, the poor grind, the fact that the game's unfinished. If you do decide to get TemTem, you're taking an extremely big risk, because that's a lot of money for a game that's not even halfway finished yet, being that it's only got 4 gyms, and we're still missing the other 4 and the Elite 4 and the Champion and whatever the post game is. You're missing a lot. The always online features. If that game goes down, when that live service is no longer live, there ain't no single player option. There ain't no Pokemon cartridge, no Switch device to save your stuff to. When that live service is gone, it's all your TemTem gone. So I wouldn't form a bond with them. I wouldn't be like, oh, this toxic axolotl, this gay pride salazzle with the rainbow hair, she is my favourite, and I am going to love her for generations to come. Well, no you're not. No you're not, because if they switch the servers off, that rainbow gay pride, that gay pride salazzle, deleted, terminated, your account. There's no single player. There's no save. This game does not save. It's always online. No save feature. You go offline. That's it. All your TemTem are going with it. That server goes off. So there is a lot of problems with it. And for $35, 30 English pounds. Look at that price. Bloody hell. I don't think in its current state that it is truly worth it. If it gets better, maybe. But as it stands, I am reviewing it now in its current standing, its current state. It's out. I don't know if it's gone from an alpha to a beta yet. I think all of the mechanics are certainly there. It's just some of the unfinished stuff that makes it an alpha. But whatever stage it's at, alpha, beta, delta, gamma, whichever stage it's at, as it is right now in its alpha state, I don't think that 30 English pounds, $35 is worth it. And with all the problems, like the completely ridiculous grind, the breeding with the degradation. You didn't need degradation. There was no point in having the degradation. Like, that's just there for the sake of being different. If you want to be different, fine, but you don't have to copy Todd Howard. You don't have to copy degradation. So, my final verdict for TemTem, as it currently stands, is an okay. No, I wanna say, I wanna push it to a 3 out of 5. I really do. Like, it's average. It's okay. You know, it's fine. It's a difference on TemTem. Like, people wanted a difference. This is the difference that people were asking for. But some of the features, some of the missing features, some of the things like the grind, I just can't give it that 3. I want to say it's average, but like, part of me is like, yeah, it's a 3. It's definitely a 3. But then the other part of me is like, come on, Spyro, come on. You know that when everybody's TemTem gets erased forever, they're gonna cry. You know that the fact that that grind is too ridiculous, and you know that $30 for an unfinished game. You know you can't give it a 3. You're right. I want to, but you're right. So, it's a 2. It's a 2 out of 5. It's got potential. It has. I'm not going to deny that there is potential. There's ideas. But at its current state, it's not got the gumption. It's not got enough of a following. It's kind of blatantly copying Pokemon on some aspects, like the fact that this roadmap has announced 2 new islands, the Isle of Armor and the fucking Crown Island, right after the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, and they're announcing a mythical, so they're gonna have a big event. Oh, wait a minute, there's gonna be a mythical Pokemon in the Isle of Armor. Oh, look at the reindeer. It kind of seems like you're trend chasing. And if you watch my last video on trend chasers, high res with Realm Royale, trend chasing doesn't get you anywhere. It just doesn't. Don't trend chase. There's no point in trend chasing. Go find. Don't have a mythical event. Go find something else. Go find your own big events. Go do something that you want to do. Not what Pokemon's doing. Just because Pokemon's got 2 new islands and the reindeer, you don't need 2 new islands and the mythical. You don't need it. Don't trend chase. You're going to end up like high-res. You don't want to end up like high-res. You don't. So that's my word of warning. That's my word of warning to you. Stop it, or you're going to end up like high-res. And you don't want to end up like high-res. So that's it. That's the end of the video. It's up to you. Like, if you want to take that $35 gamble for an unfinished game, it's a lot of money to invest. And you know that it's a big risk. It's up to you whether you want to take that risk or not. I myself, well, I mean, I reviewed it. Of course I fucking did. I'm a stupid idiot. Well, I say that. Maybe it'll get good. Maybe it was worth it. I hope they don't raise the price on it, though, because if you're telling me that this is one other thing that just came to my mind as we wrap up here. If 35 is an unfinished price, and when it is finished, you jack that up to 60? Sorry, what? That's a little bit. Ooh, so you know, maybe I got it on the cheap. Maybe it'll just be abandoned. We'll see. We will see. So yeah, that's it. It's up to you if you want to take that risk. I personally wouldn't recommend it. Of course, one final edit where I said like, oh, they're only adding 2 new islands. Well, now we've seen the full roadmap. They are going to add all of the islands. Of course, we also have to edit the score. Because, yeah, 2 out of 5, you know, maybe it's a 3. Maybe it's a 3. And I tell you what, when they add, like, the secret bases and all of the actual finished story all the way up to the 8 gyms and the endgame island, maybe it'll be even better. Maybe you could push that all the way up to a 4 out of 5. It does have the potential to go to a 4 out of 5, but right now though, the one main part that nobody wants, and everybody's just sick of them, and the fact that it's also a paid for product, or yeah, paid for product in an already paid for game, you know, $60 game, microtransactions, all that. I know it's not 60, but still paid for game with microtransactions, is the battle pass. It's something that is really staining. No, you're not just me. You know, oh, Spyro, you're just being a dick. You're just being an absolute dick. No. These are people at TemTem. They are replying to at TemTem. Both the store and the battle pass. People, more the battle pass. Some people are alright with a premium store and a premium currency. I personally aren't, but some people are okay with the shop. But something everybody's in agreement with is no, you're actually being a trash piece of shit with the battle pass. No battle pass, please. No battle pass. Please do not add a battle pass. There's 100 of these. You know, I'm not gonna show every single one. You can just go on their Twitter and constantly scroll down and see every single one. But it's pretty much standard that people are like, battle pass no, and please no battle pass no please. Battle pass question marks, bad face. But even one guy wants to make a compromise. This guy with the chicken icon cosmetic store, all good. It's not all good, it's not really. But, cosmetic store, all good. Battle Pass, how about just the cosmetic store? You know, he's trying to bargain. I don't want a cosmetic store. I think you've already paid for the product, you should get everything. But how about just the cosmetic store? So if people want to pay real, I think that's supposed to be real instead of really. But if people want to pay real money for cosmetics, they can pick up whatever they want and buy it. No battle pass with timed exclusive cosmetics. Can we just do that instead? Does every fucking game need a stupid fucking Fortnite battle pass? No, it doesn't. I agree with you to a degree. First of all, no game needs a battle pass. That's just being a piece of shit trying to get more money. And you're already going to be getting more money when you add in the cosmetic store. So those two gems, let's shatter one, let's shatter the other. That is a 0 out of 5 because it's a paid for product with microtransactions, and therefore TemTem will be disqualified from any game at end of the year awards. Don't add a battle pass. I mean, I always say this, it's not too late, TemTem. You have not put it in, and your community, which clearly likes this game, there is already a community for it. There are already people that like it. There are already people that want to see it better. But the community, all the community is don't add a battle pass. Don't do this shit. So yeah, it's a 0, but I did give you a score, and it's a future update. It's not too late. You can remove it. You can stop the darkness before it seeps in. You've got the option right now to just chop that off before it ever gets going. But no, nobody wants the battle pass. Nobody cares about a battle pass in a paid for game. So as it stands right now, that 2, it's going to a 0. But I'll finish off the original audio, and that's the end of the video. But yeah, that's just something that people are also now angry about now they've seen the full roadmap. Especially if you're not a reviewer or a streamer, I definitely wouldn't recommend it as it is in its current state right now, but it's up to you. If you think it's going to be the rival to Pokemon, maybe it is going to be the rival to Pokemon. If you don't, you don't. I'm just here and I've just showed you the comparisons. As in, this is the Pokemon breeding, this is the TemTem breeding, this is the Pokemon combat, this is the TemTem combat, this is the Pokemon grind, this is the TemTem grind. Which one do you prefer? I know which one I prefer. I wanna fuck the fish. I know which one I prefer. But it's up to you. Tell me what you think down below, and I'll see you in the next review. I mean, there'll be stream highlights before that, but I'll see you in the next review. It's gonna be Bug Fable. I was supposed to do that one first. It came out first, but everything got shifted around and we did TemTem. So next review is going to be Bug Fable. But for now, that's TemTem, and I'm gonna go. And Spyro still doesn't know how to end the video good. Leave a like, subscribe. There's Patreon to support me further. Let's check out the new video. This is Dovahkiin. This is Dragon. This is no.